Okay. So those guys pay for their own mechanical, everything like that, but they don't pay for the bodies. Okay. It's supplied by the company.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at the Pepsi Center in the heart of downtown Denver, Colorado. We'd like to welcome in everybody who's watching Monster Jam live on Facebook as we get ready to introduce all of this awesome Monster Jam action that's still to come. You guys know your favorite trucks, and right now it's time to get up close and personal with the athletes behind the machines, kicking things off with Earthshakers Tristan England.
My name is Tristan England. I'm the driver of the Earthshaker Monster Jam truck. I'm from Paris, Texas, and I've been competing since 2016. My dad's the driver of the Big Kahuna Monster Jam truck, and I crewed around with him and toured with him, and he showed me how to work on the truck, and then I went to Monster Jam University, and Tom Mitz taught me how to drive the trucks. Last year at World Finals 18, I won the Double Down Showdown, and to come out in my first World Finals appearance and win the Double Down Showdown World Championship, it's a feeling like no other, and I got to share the moment with my parents, all my Monster Jam family, and all the Monster Jam fans. My strategy coming into 2018 is I'm not backing down for anything. I'm coming in full throttle, full swing, first show, and I'm going to try to win another championship this year and get my ticket into the World Finals 19.
As promised, I am here with Earthshakers Tristan England, the reigning Double Down Showdown winner. You took home those honors at Monster Jam World Finals. Why don't you tell these fans here and the ones watching on Facebook what that experience is like at Monster Jam World Finals?
We were definitely fortunate to take our Earthshaker truck. It was brand new last year, take it to Vegas and win the Double Down, and then I had to battle out with the big boys. It was awesome. 32 of the best drivers and trucks go out to Vegas. It's an experience like no other. Get your tickets now. I'm going. I want to see you guys there.
All right, speaking of going to Monster Jam World Finals, right now you're sitting in the lead here at our Triple Threat Series West. You're in the lead. You might take home that automatic berth to World Finals. You're the first athlete to eclipse 500 points on our tour. How does that feel for you?
It's a feeling like no other. I didn't expect to do as well as I have been, but I got to give it to my guy Brandon back there. He's my crew chief. He's my best friend. He's back there turning the wrenches for me. Got the truck 100% every night. We're coming down. We're throwing down. We're not backing down for anything. Earthshaker's riding to the top spot this year.
All right, let's hear it for Earthshakers Tristan England. Up next, let's get to know El Toro Loco's Armando Castro.
My name is Armando Castro. I'm the driver of El Toro Loco. I'm from Whittier, California, and I have been competing since 2017. I first became a fan when I was 6 years old. I attended my first Monster Jam event in Anaheim, California, and ever since then it's been a dream of mine to become a Monster Jam athlete. When I found out the news I was driving for El Toro Loco, I was excited, I was lost for words. I'm finally living my childhood dream. I'm here representing all the Latinos out there, and I can't wait to show all you Monster Jam fans what I can do behind the wheel. I'm a big motorhead. I love to attend car shows. I own a 68 Dodge Dart. I'm a big car enthusiast. I love big horsepower. I like going fast, and that's one of my side hobbies I do outside of Monster Jam. The Monster Jam Triple Threat Series is physically demanding. I try to do everything I can in my ability to stay up on top of the other competitors. I ride my bike, I lift weights, I do whatever I gotta do to keep an edge on top of the other competitive athletes.
Hey Monster Jam fans, I am here in section 126 with Armando Castro, the athlete behind the machine of El Toro Loco. Now Armando, you actually used to be a super fan like so many people here tonight, and you made the transition to being now a Monster Jam athlete. Not only just a Monster Jam athlete, but you are sitting in second place for the overall season standing right now. How does it feel?
You know what, it feels awesome. I was just like my buddy here, Sean. It takes me back in time when I was sitting in exact same seats, waiting to meet my favorite driver. You know what, let alone to be behind my wheel. It's just a great honor. I'm living the dream. We're sitting in second place and overall for the standings, but you know what, we're slowly itching that ladder. We're going to try to make it to first place and hopefully get that bid for the World Finals 19. You know what, you guys ready for some Monster Jam?
Now, Armando, yo también sé que tú y yo tenemos algo en común. Los dos somos latinos y hablamos español. ¿Tienes algún mensaje para todos tus fans?
Do I have any Latinos in the building? Where my Latinos at? A todos mis Latinos los quiero mucho. Gracias por todo su apoyo. Quédame los cuernos. To all my Monster Jam fans, thank you guys for the support. I want to see the horns. Denver, you guys ready for some Monster Jam?
Thank you so much, Armando. We wish you the best of luck out on the track tonight. Next up, let's get to know Monster Mutt Dalmatians, Blake Granger.
My name is Blake Granger. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. Started competing in Monster Jam in 2017. I've been racing ATV motocross for 12 plus years. I'm a 6-time ATV MX champion. Been traveling the country racing my whole life. Finally, I got the opportunity to go and test at Monster Jam University with 11-time world champ Tom Mintz. And here we are. Driving a Monster Jam truck is absolutely amazing. It's an adrenaline rush like no other. I've been in motorsports my whole life, and to finally have something that fulfills that drive of adrenaline for me is pretty amazing. You know, as they say, with age comes a cage, so to finally have a roll cage over me and be able to go out there and put on a show for the amazing Monster Jam fans is truly a dream come true. I would define success as potentially one day being a role model for all the kids here in this amazing sport. You know, Monster Jam has the best fans in the world, and starting with my 5-year-old son and my 7-year-old daughter, it means nothing more to me than to show them that following your dreams and chasing your goals is more than winning.
I don't know, so let's go, cuz.
It's Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and it is the big dog, Blake Granger. Now, Blake, some of these Monster Jam fans might not know, but you're actually married to fellow Monster Jam athlete Kayla Blood. What is that like when you guys are at home?
Man, it's absolutely amazing. You know, we both have 2 kids, and, you know, they both love to see what we do here. And, you know, my son loves Max D, which I had the honor of driving last year, and my daughter loves Monster Mutt Dalmatian. So to be able to fill that void in both of them has been absolutely a truly dream come true, and I'm looking forward to spreading the love here in Denver.
All right, speaking of those 2 machines that you were able to get behind the wheel of, Max D and Monster Mutt Dalmatian are both supremely popular with our Monster Jam fans. Does that mean something extra to you that you were able to get behind the wheel of 2 popular trucks?
You know, I grew up just like probably every kid in here, just loving to see Tom Mintz go out there and tear that truck to the ground week in and week out. So to have that opportunity was just truly mind-blowing to me. And to be here again this year and be behind the wheel of Monster Mutt Dalmatian, my daughter is stoked, I'm stoked, and I look forward to putting on the best show for all you amazing Monster Jam fans.
All right, let's hear it for Monster Mutt Dalmatian and Blake Granger. Up next, let's get to know the athletes behind the wheel of Megalodon and Zombie, Travis and Tyler, the Groth brothers.
My name's Travis Groth. I'm driving Megalodon. I'm Tyler Groth, driver of Zombie. I'm from Gig Harbor, Washington, and I've been driving since 2012. We got our start in Monster Jam by crewing on trucks, and then we wanted to drive, so we built our own, and now we get to compete against each other every weekend. I'm definitely the better racer. It's one of my strong points. I love getting out there, get to compete against my brother, the 7 other athletes, and usually take the win. I'm by far better at freestyle than he is. I'm known as like the wild one. I think I drive a little more on the ragged edge. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But I have the best fans. The Zombie fans are way better than Megalodon. It's just fun to beat your brother. I think everybody wants to go in competition with their brother. It's natural to want to beat him. So I try every week to beat him. Sometimes he gets me, but most of the time I beat him.
Hey everybody, I am here with the Groth brothers, Travis and Tyler, with Megalodon and Zombie. Now Travis, I know that you guys have actually been here. You guys were here last year. So do you think that gives you a little bit of an advantage over the other athletes because you know this track?
You know, I'm hoping so. I did really good here in racing last year. Got a brand new truck this year, Megalodon. So hopefully I can get it in the winner's circle and gain some fans.
Now, Tyler, I have to ask something that I think everybody here is very curious to know. We love to see the sibling rivalry between the two of you out on the track, but outside of the track, are you guys also each other's most, the biggest supporters and the biggest fans?
Oh yeah, we when we get out on the track, it's a win, so we can brag and have bragging rights all week. But when our trucks are broke something, he's back there helping me or I'm helping him. And we just spend all week getting these things ready. We've been here in Denver last year and super excited to be back. I know it's a little colder than it was last year, but we're inside, so that doesn't matter.
Well, we wish you both the very best of luck tonight. Let's give it up once again for the Groth brothers and Megalodon and Zombie. We'll get to know the rest of our athletes in just a little bit, but first, let's look at all of the action from last weekend in Fargo, North Dakota.
After taking a look at all of that awesome action from last weekend, now let's get to know the rest of our athletes, starting off with Camden Murphy and Pirates Curse.
My name is Camden Murphy. I'm the driver of Pirates Curse from Itasca, Illinois, and I've been competing in Monster Jam since 2017. I got into Monster Jam by never giving up. I've always wanted to be in the Monster Jam trucks since I was a little kid, so I just never gave up, and here we are. I definitely think my NASCAR experience has helped me in Monster Jam. The laser focus you need in the long races, but also that circle track racing, the Chicago style racing in Monster Jam, definitely think it's helped. 2017 was an amazing year, being crowned the 2017 Monster Jam Rookie of the Year, something I never expected to get, but 2018 I'm looking to be even bigger and better, and hopefully head into the World Finals, and you never know what can happen there. I want to be known for my laser focus on track. I hate to lose. I don't care who I'm up against. I have to win.
It's time to get to know the reigning Monster Jam Rookie of the Year, Camden Murphy and Pirates Curse. Camden, let's talk a little bit about that award. Now that you've taken that home, obviously very prestigious, but we've turned the calendar, it's 2018. Do you feel like you have some more pressure on you or maybe even a target on your back?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I never expected to get it. It's such an honor to be crowned the 2017 Monster Jam Rookie of the Year. And the lineup last year was insane. Again, never expected it. So humbled to be there. But, 2018 is a brand new year, and I'm really excited to be out here in Denver today.
All right, now, you're no stranger to motorsports. You have a NASCAR background, a stock car background, but this year you have a bit of a new gig as well. Why don't you tell the Monster Jam fans about it if they're not sure yet?
Yeah, I'm actually co-hosting on Fox Sports 1 now for all the Monster Jam shows here until World Finals in Vegas. So it's so much fun, and it's so awesome to be in the booth with Ryan and to be able to talk about the shows while they're going on. But don't miss it. It's this Sunday. Check your local listings. I believe it's 1:30. It's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys can't miss it.
Fans can tune into Fox Sports 1 and catch Camden Murphy all season long. But right here tonight, you can catch him at the Pepsi Center. Give it up one more time for Camden Murphy and Pirates Curse. Up next, it's time to get to know Gravedigger's Kristen Anderson.
My name is Kristen Anderson. I drive Gravedigger. I live in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and I've been competing since 2017. It makes me very proud to be the first female driver of Gravedigger. You know, my dad said he'd never let a girl drive Gravedigger, and then one day he had me. And I just remember being a little girl, sitting in my dad's autograph lines, and all of them waited in line to come and see him, and now they're waiting in line to come see me. To me, there's not much more you can add to the Anderson legacy. I mean, I just want to make my dad proud. I want to make my brothers proud. I want to put on a good show for his fans. You know, Dad, he recently retired, and it's my job to make sure all of you are sitting on the edge of your seats tonight. It was a pretty emotional experience for me, honestly, being in the 35th Encore, because it's the first year my dad hadn't competed in the World Finals, and me, Adam, and Ryan, we were out there to put on a show for him, and we see 75,000 fans on their feet, dead silent, listening to that video. It was real emotional. I was crying, Adam was crying, Ryan's crying. One of the most memorable things I'll never forget, just doing that backflip in front of all those people, and I can't describe it. I just really can't describe it. The pressure for me is off, you know. My first year is out of the way. You know, we're just going to go out there, and we're just going to kick it. We're going to have fun this year.
You hear the music, and that can mean only one thing. Gravedigger's Kristen Anderson. Now, Kristen, obviously, your father and your family is very famous where Monster Jam fans are concerned, but your father announced his retirement last year from competing in Monster Jam. So do you feel like there's a little bit of extra pressure on you now that it's down to just you and your brothers?
Of course. You know, my dad, Dennis Anderson, driving Gravedigger, those are the two biggest names of the game, and he retired last year. And I know it was a really big emotional hurdle for all his fans, and it was a really big emotional hurdle for me. And I just really look forward to maybe one day lining up against my old man, but he's sitting on the sidelines from now on, cheering us on. And as long as we're putting on a good show for his fans, I know that he's happy, and I know that he feels comfortable putting the Gravedigger legacy in my hands.
All right, speaking of your father, last week you took home your first overall event championship of the year in Fargo, which is a place that is near and dear to him. What was that experience like for you? Do you have a conversation with him afterward?
We did. You know, after the pit party, I heard so many kind words from all the fans in Fargo. It was really awesome. And I just had to text him and let him know that all of his fans and everybody love him and appreciate him. And he sent me a text message back saying that he wanted me to tell everybody, not just his fans in Fargo, but even his fans in Denver and everywhere we go, that he loves you guys and he appreciates you guys so much for supporting this family and supporting that truck for 36 years.
Let's hear it for Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Finally, let's get to know Alien Invasion's Bernard Light.
My name is Bernard Light, driver of Alien Invasion. I'm from Albany, Georgia, and I've been competing since 2017. I got into Monster Jam through Monster Jam University. That's where we learned safety, that's where we learned how to control and handle the trucks, and basically how to be the performers that we are today. I want to be known as that guy that came out of nowhere, the guy who's pretty much the wrench in the competition. I may not be winning, but I will stop you from winning. Training for Monster Jam and training for Marvel Universe Live were two completely different worlds. Superhero training was very intense, but it was a lot more dealing with my body. Monster Jam, I get to drive the Monster Jam trucks, ATVs, and speedsters to get my point across and really throw it down on the tracks. I hope to accomplish the fact that it's possible to do whatever it is that you put your mind to. And there's nothing like being able to talk to the little kids and be like, hey, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Dream big, make sure you have your goals set, and just go for it. Don't let anybody stop you.
Guys, I'm right here on the track with Alien Invasion's Bernard Light. Now, Bernard, you obviously have a very unique background being a stunt performer, so I want to know, how did being a superhero prepare you to become a Monster Jam athlete?
Playing the role of a superhero was a lot of fun, and the training was super intense, but it still doesn't compare to the training that we went through to drive the Monster Jam trucks and be here.
Now, Bernard, I know that we're here to see you do some amazing things behind the wheel of Alien Invasion, but I'm wondering if maybe you can show us something right here on the track right now.
I mean, I guess that really depends on how loud the Monster Jam fans can get for me real quick. Y'all want to see me do a trick? We're in Denver. I know y'all can get louder than that. Let me hear y'all. Y'all want to see me do a trick or not?
This is a little flash.
Let's hear it once again for Alien Invasion's Bernard Light. Now, I know that that was just a little taste of what we're going to see later on right here tonight at the Pepsi Center. And John, speaking about all the action that's to come, I think we should make some predictions right now. I don't know about you, but I know that Tristan England, the athlete behind Earthshaker, has been doing an amazing job. He's been on a roll. And you know what? That two-wheel skills challenge, he owns it every time. So I think I have to say that Tristan might have a very good chance at taking that overall tonight.
You know, it's hard to argue with Tristan England and Earthshaker because of how consistent they've been. But honestly, I'm going to go a little bit of a dark horse here. I'm going to say it's Gravedigger and Kristen Anderson that takes home the overall event championship here tonight. She won the last overall event in Fargo last week, and I know that she's anxious to build on that momentum and take home a win here in Denver. So I'm going to say Kristen Anderson is going to make it 2 in a row.
Well, John, I guess we'll find out. Everybody stay tuned for what's about to come for all of the Monster Jam triple threat action that's yet to come.
And for everybody who joined us on Monster Jam Live on Facebook, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. We're about ready to kick off all of our awesome action. Make sure to follow along on MonsterJam.com for all of our results here tonight and every show. And make sure that you also follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to see all of the exciting Monster Jam action. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next Monster Jam Live on Facebook.